Hi, welcome to Low Carb Spin. I'm Karen.
And I'm Therese. Hey, this is our first video in the new year.
It is. Boy, that went by fast.
Sure did.
Happy 2024, everyone.
So what are we cooking up today?
Today we have a protein-packed Carnivore Bread Bite.
That sounds good. After all, it's World Carnivore Month. So, I see all of our ingredients here. What do we make? How am I starting this thing?
One of the first things we're going to do for the bread is made some brown butter bites, and Anita from Ketogenic Woman, I watched her video and she put them in the little molds and it was exactly 1 teaspoon. I'm like,
so perfect amount.
I've got molds, and I'm like, perfect. So that's
so
what
cute.
I did. So you can use regular butter or you can brown the butter. So I'm going to take this, put this into another container. And we're also going to use some bacon grease.
The good fat.
I'll put this in here. Let's melt this up, and we're going to bloom some gelatin.
Just in the microwave, right?
Mm-hmm.
About 5 seconds or so. Shouldn't, such a small amount, it shouldn't take much. Is that liquefied enough?
Perfect. See that brown yumminess there. And then we're just going to put in our gelatin. And it's going to make a thick paste, obviously, as it cools. And we can also, put it in the refrigerator too. But we're just going to set this aside for now. And we're going to get on to the other ingredients. So in a medium saucepan,
okay,
we're going to put some ground beef. So we're going to just brown the ground beef, and you don't need to, mix its own oil, and we're not going to add anything to it.
Okay. And what heat should I have this on?
Just medium heat. Okay. And we'll just continue breaking it up with the spatula, just kind of like if you're making a taco.
So we're going to let this brown first.
Let's get that a little bit brown before we put in
our secret ingredient.
Our secret ingredient.
Or you might want to keep it a secret. Chicken liver, right? Most people are not a big fan. I personally loved it with onions on a cracker when I was young, but not everybody feels that way.
We're going to doctor it up pretty good because, it's so protein packed, and that's what we want to get out of this bread. Like you said, it's one way to use it. We're disguising it. So now you can add our secret ingredient liver. And we're really just going to be browning that up until it's no longer pink in the center. Now you can sprinkle in our garlic.
Okay.
And that's onions. I ran out of the flaked onions, so I had a green onion, so I figured that would be just as good. And Teresa's just gonna continue to saute that. I think that's looking pretty good. What do you think, Therese?
Yeah, I don't see anything pink. So what's next?
Let's get the ground meat and our liver into the food processor.
Okay.
All of this is going to go by,
super fast, right?
Super fast once you get it in.
I get it all in, that's the key. There we go.
Okay, let's put the top on and give it a couple pulses just to get it started.
More?
Okay, that's good, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like about like that. It still feels warm. I think we'll be okay. Let's put the gelatin in. So our gelatin kind of got thickened enough.
It's like a pasty.
Yeah. It could have been
maybe a little more gelled.
Like
sure.
Gelatin. I've shaved it in making it before too because I had it in the refrigerator. But I think we can just kind of get it all around. As long as we get it all in, the flavor definitely will be there. It actually smells delicious right now between.
I was like,
the
hungry
garlic
already.
between the garlic and the onions, right? Put the eggs in.
Okay.
I think we're okay. I'm gonna use some cream of tartar.
Okay.
We'll switch here. Cream of tartar. And how about some baking soda?
Sounds good. Oops, some escaped.
Let's kind of get this going, puree, and then we'll add the bacon last. Then maybe we'll have some like little more chunks. You could just turn it on. Let's see if we need to scrape down the sides.
So it's pretty liquidy. Is that consistency we're looking for?
You know, every time that I've made it, it's been a little bit different. Sometimes the eggs are bigger than others. So, you know, we weighed out the meat. So we'll have the exact measurements in the description below. But, you know, sometimes I think it's an egg thing.
Okay.
And as the gelatin gets thicker, plus we still have to add the bacon.
My favorite part. And I know a couple pieces didn't get in there. Well, we made extra.
Don't you always have to make extra strips of bacon when you're making something?
My video snacks.
Oh, pre-video snacks.
Exactly.
Wow.
And we're pulsing it again. Got it on the first time.
Perfect.
What is next?
Now's the time we preheat our oven to 350.
Yep, got it going.
Got it going. And I'm going to show you how to prepare our pan. So we have this silicone pan. It does have holes. It's not necessary. We're going to put some parchment paper. I think this is a good trick or tip that we're going to do. And I'm like, how do I get
an easy shape?
It's not an easy shape, and I'm like, well, how am I gonna get this? And I thought the easiest way is to make a template. So I figured if I folded it over, now I have the exact measurement.
Perfect.
I'm gonna cut that out. Do you know what I forgot? We need some avocado spray.
Okay.
I'm just cutting this out. I'm going to take some parchment paper. Thank you. And we're going to fold it a couple sheets because we have, this makes a serving for 8. And just put it on top of each other. And I'm just going to fold it.
This is like snowflakes.
Kind of, or paper dolls. And I'm going to cut the edges.
The folded edges.
The folded edges. Then I'm going to fold all of these in half. Okay, so I'm making a thickness. Then I'm going to take this and fold this in half.
See where you're going with this.
You see where I'm going with this? I'm hoping it worked. I should have done a little pre-trial here.
And that's on the fold.
It's on the fold because I'm not good at making full circles, and it always comes out wrong. So this could be an epic fail.
So all in one. You don't
All
have to
in one.
Cut them out individually.
No. So let's hope.
I like that tip. Looks pretty good to me.
So I'm just gonna.
When do you use the oil?
I'm gonna put the oil on top of the parchment paper.
Okay.
I think that will be good.
Zoe, come here.
Come here, baby girl. Huh? Do you need to be seen?
Huh? Who's that barking? Who's that barking and making all that noise? Huh? Is this my Zoe girl?
Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. There's more. There's more troublemakers.
There's
more troublemakers here.
Hey, Suki Mookie.
Ooh, there's actually more.
There is one more here, and you have more at home.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
You go be quiet now.
Say bye. Back to bacon.
Back to baking. back to washing hands.
You puppies.
How about if you put the batter in there, and I'm going to finish up with our molds here.
Will yours come out, or do I have to hold it?
It will not come out,
Yay.
hopefully.
Okay.
If you locked it in place, it will not come out.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a little spritz. We probably don't need to grease the pan here, but because of, you know, the grease from the meat and the bacon and everything like that. But I always say, when in doubt, you know, it's not gonna hurt things.
Right.
I always think that a good tip is to transfer your batter into some kind of container that has a lip or a pour spout.
Yeah, because from here, I wouldn't be so neat.
Oh, to do it from the processor?
Yeah,
Forget
that would
it.
be a little bit
Forget
of a
it. That would be definitely disaster.
How much are we going to put in?
You
We don't
know
want
what?
to fill them how high?
This much?
Half inch?
I don't know. Maybe not even. I think. How about if
Little
we
less.
get? How about if we get some
They
batter?
puff up, right? When
They
you
will
cook
puff
them,
up.
they will rise.
Yeah. How about if we do a little bit, and then we kind of
Go back
go
over 'em.
around and see how much batter we have. My parchment trick isn't exactly working. I needed to perfect it a little bit more. You know, it's hard to do on camera.
Maybe you should put a little of the oil on the bottom so the parchment paper will stick down. I should have spoke up earlier.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
think so. Yeah, thanks, Trace.
So can we just push it down a little bit with the
You sure can.
spatula? Yeah, it just needs a little weight from the dough anyways.
Looks like the batter is kind of, it's thickening up. I'm sure the gelatin probably is helping with that. And shake it. Don't know if that does anything else but make me
Evens out
feel
the batter. I
that
think
makes
I
me
think it
feel
works.
better.
Anything else we're doing to this before we pop them in the oven?
Oh, we're going to top it off to make like a crumble. And for that, we're going to use some pork rinds. We have to stay within that whole carnivore theme, right?
Sounds good.
So I don't know how the best way is to do this. I think roughly a tablespoon. I don't know if, what do you think, Therese?
Sprinkle.
Maybe just tapping the side. And this is going to give them a little bit of a unique texture and crunch for the topping.
Looks good.
They look like brownies, but
They do.
but they smell very savory and delicious. Okay,
Right, to the
into the oven. We're going to go for about 20 minutes. Well, our bread bites are out of the oven and they look great.
They do.
They've been cooling now, so they're cool to the touch. And all we need to do is pull off the parchment paper and slice them up. And what do you
good.
have for us here?
Well, I like spread on all my sandwiches, so you came up with this. I think it's ingenious. So, how are we going to make this together? We're starting out with
some softened cream cheese.
Yeah.
And is that soft enough?
yeah. I mean, you don't want it to be melty. You don't want it to turn to mush. I think that's perfect. And what are we
then
adding?
We're going to add sour cream because, you know,
'Cause we
why
can.
not? Because we can. That's right. What I like about this is we're not going to put any seasoning in it whatsoever. It doesn't need it.
Simple, I know, and I was not expecting this because our next ingredient is sauerkraut, and occasionally I would maybe eat it on a Reuben once in a blue moon, but sauerkraut by itself, I mean, I'm not going to go for it. So
I'm not necessarily a fan myself, but there are some recipes I was able to kind of doctor it up a little bit, and now I love it. And like you said, it's so good for us.
So all we're doing is just adding that in, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And mix it.
And we're leaving it, I don't know how, does it normally come this size? Like mine is pretty chopped up. It's
Shredded.
not big, long, stringy pieces or anything, so.
So no additional chopping on this, but check your brand.
Kind of reminded me a little bit of coleslaw. A
Yeah.
little bit of that texture. I mean, and that is it, right? Nothing else. And we're just going to put this on our little breads.
How about, I'm gonna pull the rest of the papers off, and how about handing me a knife?
Yeah, slice them up, dear.
So that we can finish up our bread bites. We decided on turkey. Oh, I pulled the paper off that one. For our middle, so that we can really just keep it carnivore. I mean, it's carnivore-ish.
Yeah, we're kind of new to that, so we're not really sure what the actual rules are.
No carnivore police, please.
I'll tell you, when this was cooking, my husband was like, what is going on in the kitchen?
It smelled so good. So this is what the bread bites turn out. And the other thing that I really like to do is toast them.
Okay.
So we don't have to do that now. That's the bottom.
Okay.
This is the top. But I do like a toasted one as well. So let's just do a couple up here.
So other than on the sandwich, how else would you eat this bread? You said toasting it with just butter on top, or?
I would toast it. I definitely would put butter, and probably like a poached egg would be fabulous.
Breakfast. Sure, I
you
wasn't
get the
thinking breakfast.
The runniness of the egg. Well, it's savory, so
right,
it's almost like eating like an egg and sausage.
Exactly.
You know, except
it's liver.
Don't tell
Don't
anybody.
tell.
Don't tell.
So how much of this do we need on there?
Spread whatever you like.
Is that too much?
I didn't figure out the macros on the spread. I think that's going to be to your own discretion there.
You want to see it for sure.
Definitely. Okay. Why don't you just keep going? I'm just going to put these to the side.
Okay.
And we also did some little bites.
I like this idea because you know me, and I think it's fun to eat small food. Is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
I like
because
miniatures. But we're little people, so.
We like to have a little bit of everything. I don't want to be denied. So if it's smaller portion, then I'm like, ooh, well, that means I can have everything on the banquet table.
Exactly. Well, you know, if you're having guests over and you need hors d'oeuvres and you're doing carnivore, you're going to have to come up with something that you can eat.
See, look at that.
That looks delicious.
Nice, good old yummy slice of turkey. This is all you need. So we're just going to put
all those ingredients, that's going to be very filling. Even though these are kind of tiny, that's why we're calling them bites. You know, I mean, regular bread sandwiches are huge, but that's more than we need to eat anyways, right?
This has got quite the, here, let's do these. It has quite, I don't know, the punch. It's a good, it fills the belly.
Oh, these are so cute. You want to put the top on them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love it. Those are so dang cute. So this is, you know, great for when it's not Carnivore Month, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Let's share.
Okay.
You know, I want the bigger half.
All right. Well, that looks delicious.
It does. Ready? What do you think?
The bread is really moist. I do like the spread. It's just a little hint of not overpowering, and you definitely would never know the secret ingredient.
The secret ingredient, or that this is made out of
bread.
Mostly protein.
Oh, exactly. That it's made out of meat. No way. I really like it. We hope you do too.
If you enjoyed this video and you're hungry for more, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you on the next one.